What's up, everybody? James Bushell here, and I'm back at you with another video. So yeah, today I'm bringing you my review for Star Trek Beyond. Just, if you didn't know this about me, I am a big fan of Star Trek. I've watched all the episodes of the original series, of Deep Space Nine, The Next Generation, and Voyager. Now, me personally, I am a big, my two favorite series of Star Trek are The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. I don't love the original series. I think it's, obviously I recognize the fact that it's a landmark of pulp culture, and that it's a great television show that's lasted the test of time. But I just didn't like the show that much. So when I heard that they were going to do, J.J. Abrams was going to be rebooting Star Trek in the movies with the original series crew, I wasn't exactly thrilled about it, being the Next Generation fan, but it turns out I enjoyed them a lot. And I know some people don't, because who really love the original series, especially what happened in Into Darkness, with it being essentially a Wrath of Khan remake, which I love Wrath of Khan and A Voyage Home. Those are my favorite original series movies. But, yeah, so people had issues. But Star Trek Beyond, I think, will, satiate those needs for the people that want the old classic Star Trek from the original series. Plus, the people that like the new action-heavy set pieces, the epic set pieces, the ships, the cool effects when they go to warp speed. And, I think there's a good balance between the two in this film. I think that it's really going to resonate with old school Star Trek fans and, the new generation that loves all the effects and CGI and all the epic scope of, being able to use the technology we can use today to have these great action set pieces. I really do think it's going to satiate the needs of those people. Why is it kind of going to, it's because we're finally in deep space. They're in the third year of their mission. It actually feels like an old, original series Star Trek episode, with new bells and whistles added to it. And, I'm not going to get too heavy into the plot, but I think the plot was, it was great. It was good. We have our bad guy here, played by Idris Elba. And, I know some people are going to say maybe the villain was kind of weak in this movie. I thought he was fine. I didn't think he was spectacular, but I thought he was good. He was good, and goes into some interesting places with the character. And he's, it's Idris Elba, so it's going to be played very well. To me, I think, because there's an interesting dynamic within this movie where people get split up, essentially, and you have these kind of pairings that people get into, and, we get the pairing of Bones and Spock. And this pairing really worked well in this movie. It was a good source of comedy, came from these two characters. Of course, Carl Urban as Bones, he slayed it. He was really good in this movie, maybe even kind of stole the movie a little bit. Most of the big laughs came through Bones. Spock, Quinto is fine as Spock, and, he does his thing, and he has moments of levity too, and he kicks some ass in this movie. So yeah, Spock is always good. Kirk, let's talk about Chris Pine as Kirk. What can be said about him? I'm glad that he's finally, they're actually showing some progression with the character. He's no longer brash, immature. He's mature. You actually believe that he's a captain now, and he gets the job done. And I think Chris Pine has done a great, commendable job as James Tiberius Kirk. He isn't, he doesn't try to imitate William Shatner. I think he does a good job making the character his own, but also, capturing the essence of what Shatner did as Kirk, but not necessarily completely, putting out there a bad imitation of him. There's other. I also got to give a shout out to Sofia Boutella, who, of course, if you guys remember, she played the double amputee in The Kingsman, where she was the kick-ass assassin lady with Samuel L. Jackson that was slicing people up with her legs. She plays another badass in this movie, a alien named Jayla. She has a lot of good interaction with Scotty. Very comedic. The repertoire they had was really good. She kicked a lot of ass, and I'm really hoping that we get more of her potentially in the series, if that's possible. I mean, I would like to see that. And of course, it must be said, Anton Yelchin, tragically passed away, who plays Chekhov. He does a commendable job here, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the character. Are they going to try and recast it? Are they going to move on from the character in general? Yeah, and also, you know, we have John Cho as Sulu, who of course has a kind of an interesting reveal in this movie. I think it was well done, and I think he did. You know, he stood up to the plate in this movie. He got some more screen time, and really got to see some of his piloting skills. So all in all, guys, I think that this movie was very fun. I think it captured the essence of some of the original series while still maintaining its epic action set pieces. And I will say, when everyone was criticizing the first trailer for Star Trek Beyond with the song Sabotage, just wait, there might have been a reason for that. Just a little nugget there. All in all, I think that if you're looking for a good time at the movies with a summer blockbuster, I think Star Trek Beyond might be the best summer blockbuster so far. Just a solid, enjoyable movie. I'd give it a 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5. It was a good time. Maybe it didn't have the depth of like a 10 or a 9 would get, but 8.5. I'm going to settle at 8.5. Really fun movie. Yeah, the plot and the storytelling didn't have the depth that like Wrath of Khan had. But that being said, a very enjoyable movie. A good time at the movies. That's all you can ask for. It's worth the price of admission. And that's all I got to say, guys. So until next time, adios.